Good evening from the Vancouver International Airport. Seb here and welcome to the channel. Today is my second time flying with Lynx Air. Lynx Air is a new Canadian low-cost airline, and I was quite impressed the first time I flew with them, which was over to Vancouver. Now tonight I'm headed back to Calgary, and I decided to film this new trip report just to see if Lynx Air was as good as it was on the way over. After a bit of evening plane spotting and reading the local magazine, it was time to head through security and go find the gate. Now, on the past few flights I've been on, I seem to be getting really unlucky with gates having no views of the aircraft at all. In fact, this one has windows that are slightly frosted, making it really hard to see through. However, if you look really close to the glass, it's not too bad. The aircraft for this evening's flight is a Boeing 737 MAX 8, registered as Charlie Foxtrot Uniform Lima, India. And now it is time to head on board. So far everything's on time and it's all going quite smoothly.
Hello, good evening. How are you? Good, you? Good.
My seat on this flight is 9F, which is pretty close to the front of the cabin. Without any further ado, here is our pushback, taxi, and departure off of YVR's runway 26 left. Now let's check out the in-flight features of the cabin. We'll start off up top with a reading light and an air vent thingy, which I really like calling it that for some reason. Now the seat itself is quite narrow and not too comfortable, but it's fine for a short flight like this. And of course the tray table. Now, I thought the one on the Norwegian Lynx Air 737 MAX was small, but this one, yeah. Now, moving on to the legroom, it is actually not all that terrible. In the seat back pocket, we have the standard safety card and air sickness bags, as usual. Now, in terms of the onboard meal service, well, the only thing that you can actually get on Lynx Air is just a glass of water. Oh, and there's also a nice handy coat hook off to the side, in case you need it. Now, believe it or not, this flight actually takes you over some pretty stunning scenery. Well, if there's any light outside, Now for the loo review. I say this almost every time, but it's pretty clean and spacious enough, so it's fine. So, that's been pretty much all the features of the cabin, and now the flight is almost over. Here is our arrival into YYC, landing on runway 17 right. Alright everyone, here we are, and that's been another good experience with Lynx Air. In terms of low-cost aviation in Canada, Lynx Air is one of my new favorite airlines, and I definitely prefer them a lot over Flair Airlines. Flair has been having some recent fiascos and are probably screwed anyway, so it's nice to have a nice airline like Lynx Air. Anyway, the only other big downsides to flying with Lynx are the sort of lack of a meal service except for some water and the not too comfortable seats, but for a short flight like this, which is just over an hour, it was honestly not too bad at all. So yeah, if you're looking to fly somewhere in Canada for relatively cheap and sometimes even $100, I would definitely recommend Lynx Air. Anyway, other than that, I hope you enjoyed watching this trip report, and I will see you in the next one.